Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a day in the life of a cloth bum mum. So I'm going to show you everything from what we use in the morning, throughout the day, and there's going to be lots of things that I'm doing today that I don't do every single day, but I might do every second or third day. The first thing is to change him from his overnight nappy, and I just put an all-in-one on him while I make breakfast and a coffee. Once breakfast is over, today I'm sorting through some nappies and wipes. So all I do is put all of my reusables in one big wicker basket, and then when that's full, then I'll get at it to make them up. Once I've made some up, I fill my nappy caddy up so that's ready to go, and the kids just play around while I do this. I usually do it on the floor so that I can play with them and stop and go. Now usually I do this for maybe, I don't know, half an hour. Sometimes I can do it for just 10 minutes. It depends really on how the kids are being and just how I feel, to be honest. And then I just pop them all back in the wicker basket and hide them under a blanket over the edge of the couch until I've got some time to do some more. Now usually an all-in-one will last till around lunchtime if I'm honest, but today Arthur Boy's done number 2, so I'm going to just change him now, and I'm going to pop a bamboozle nappy on him. He has drank a lot of milk and a lot of water this morning, so I'm just going to pop another one of these on. They're just great for absorbency, and that should definitely last him until after dinner time. Now the biggest question I always get asked is, what do you do with the poo? Well, aren't you lucky that I've got a pure example here for you. So I knock any excess into the toilet just like so, and then what I usually do is give the nappy a rinse out in the downstairs toilet. All I do then is pop it in the bag. I've just emptied the bag to do some washing, so I'm just going to pop that in the nappy bin there before popping the lid on, and I'm just going to put some essential oils in the side, just because I really love the smell of the rose essential oil, so I'm just going to pop some of that in now. Just back to the sink, give it a quick clean. I'm just using some bleach today because the children use the downstairs toilet to wash their hands. I always make sure that I clean it straight away if he has had a pooey nappy. This doesn't happen every single day, so I don't have to do it all the time, and it just makes sure that it's nice and clean for the kids to use, and then give my hands a good wash. I think one massive thing that puts people off is the yuck factor of cloth nappies. I think people think that it's disgusting or yucky, or they just don't want to deal with the poo. I get it, I used to be like that too, but you know what, I actually prefer using reusables over disposables now. And if your baby was to poo in their sleep suit, or if they was to get poo on any type of their clothes, you would just wash them the same, and that's exactly how I see it now. So all the ones that I've just made up, I'm just going to pop in Arthur Boy's room. So all I'm doing here is I'm just stacking them up in his little shelves. I actually really like to see them out on display, and just tidy his room a little bit there. And then for the rest of the day, it's just normal stuff, normal mum stuff really, pottering about, got homeschooling to do, and just general fun stuff. We're going to play in the garden too. As it is a day in the life of a cloth bum mum, I'm going to show you the whole routine of what a cloth bum mum does. Now this morning I emptied the nappy bin and put it on a wash. All I do for the wash is put it on a 15-minute rinse cycle, and then put it on a long wash about 2 hours with powder. You need to use non-bio powder, don't use liquid, and don't use fabric softener. And then I pop them out to dry. Now the best way is to dry them outside. Now some people often ask, how do you know if they're clean? Well, they should smell like nothing. They shouldn't smell like washing powder, they should just smell like clean clothes, and I am fully well confident in sticking my nose in there because I've got a good washing routine set up. However, beware of the Velcro sticky tabs, because this is what happens if you don't stick them back. Now, I always do this, so I'm going to blame it on Mike that he's not stuck that one back properly. And it just causes a bit of damage to things. So you can see that's just a cloth, but if it was stuck to a nappy, it might damage it a bit more. Time for another nappy change. I always keep like little toys on the windowsill there just to occupy him. He's the wriggliest baby that I've ever had, and he is very apt at trying to grab. One little tip that I would say, a mum hack probably, is that if you are changing a baby's nappy, pop the new nappy under the one you are going to take off. This works for any type of nappy, and then makes it really simple and easy to remove the dirty nappy, and then underneath the baby's bum is nice and clean and ready set to go into the new nappy. And then upstairs, I don't have a nappy bin, I just have one of these wet bags which I pop at the side of the changing table or at the top of the stairs, and I take that down every day or every couple of days and empty either into the nappy bin. Look how chubby he is, oh my goodness, I could eat him. Or I just pop it straight in the wash when I'm ready to do so. It's about 5 o'clock, it's nearly time for tea, so the girls are just playing on reading eggs. They've got their own account, so it's set for their own ages, and we're just going to play with Arthur Boy on the floor for a little while. Now, I don't do this every day, but it just so happens that today is a day that I do it. This is our reusable wipes box. Now, we use reusable wipes for pretty much everything from snotty noses to bum wipes, but we have different wipes for different jobs. So the multicoloured wipes we use for bums, and I keep them separate to any others that we use for faces, etc. These are mainly cheeky wipes. A good tip is to fill it up with water and then turn the box upside down to absorb the water, or just turn the wipes upside down in the box and they're ready to go and use when you want. Now, if you have a wriggly baby, the best thing that I can recommend is get a little wicker basket like this, or get a little bag, fill it with soft toys or things that will occupy your baby while you're changing them. He grabs everything, so what I also do, another little mum hack, I don't know whether you can see me doing it here, is bring the baby grow or the vest up and fasten it over his shoulder or her shoulder. That should keep their arms in and stop them from grabbing. Now, when you're fitting a nappy, the fit is pretty much everything with reusables. You just need to make sure that it fits properly and that you're not going to get any leaks. But once you get the hang of it, it's really, really easy. And to be honest, I've not had any problems with it. So please don't get disheartened by that. now when it is time for bed, the go-to nappy that we use is a Tot Spots Bamboozle. We can't find another nappy that stands up to this just yet. Arthur is a heavy wetter, so what I do is I use the Bamboozle and then I put an extra pad in there too. Now they don't have to match, remember it's for a purpose. So I put the Bamboozle nappy on, and then that is the absorbent bit, and then all you do is pop the peanut cover over it. That's the waterproof bit. That will last him a solid 12 hours, easy peasy. Just make sure that it's fit right. When I say that, it's pretty much, if you lift their leg up, it shouldn't have a hole, like a gaping hole. And that is it. How simple. Time for milk and bed. If you have any questions, I would be happy to help. See you in the next video. Bye.